What's up everyone, Praful here, welcome back, thanks for joining in. Today is the 16th of February, today is the Nifty weekly expiry and the time is 9:41. And what hit prices that we had, anybody who had entered on the first tick would be already out of the markets by now, because first tick May, this 18150 call was trading at somewhere around 8 rupees or something. Yeah, around 8 rupees. Yeah, from 8 this had made a high of almost 27, the 18150 calls, and the 17950 puts from almost like 7 rupees or 8 rupees, it has gone to like 5 rupees. So people would have been already out for the day, almost 1.5% ka stop loss hit hua rehta tha. But I waited for the prices to slightly spike up, and also I added into the spike, but currently the size is just 4800 quantity. कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है ऐसे खचरे प्रीमियम्स में खेलने का. So I will be maintaining this size unless I find a really good reason for me to add the size. And also if you look at the OTM puts, 17600 puts 1.75 rupees per hai. So this is 450 points away from where my short puts are. So makes absolutely no sense to buy these hedges and then add on to the size, especially when the premiums itself are like trash. So in this environment, my approach is to just trade this size. देखेंगे क्या होता है, पैसे आएगा तो आने दो, नहीं आएगा तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. So I'll be trading very carefully today because कल ही 18,000 का major resistance level तोड़ दिया है, and after that a huge gap up and the calls are super low priced, and then there is a huge risk on the call side gamma. So ये सारे factors याद रखते हुए I'll be trading, and if I find a decent opportunity to add the size, I will, or else I'll be most probably trading the same size. If I do add the size, I'll let you. All right, time is 11:22, and the markets pretty much like behaving the way one would expect the markets to behave after a breach of a major support, major resistance level. So we opened gap up and then we thrusted upwards, and after that we have been sideways. So Bank Nifty did this gap filling. Bank Nifty filled the gap, and now from there it has taken some amount of support. So if one were to believe price action, then probably we should not break the day's low now. So इसके नीचे नहीं जाना चाहिए. Probably there would be some spikes here and there to shake out the weak hands. But as of now, the position size remains the same, 4800 position here, less than almost 1/3 position size से trade कर रहा हूँ मैं. Already up by a decent 0.2%. So we have around 13-14 points in it. And if we can accelerate and if we try to collect some more towards the end of the day, probably 1% हो भी सकता है. I'm not sure because expiry ऐसे होता है ना, तो you can't predict what's gonna happen till the expiry is gonna end. So 3:15 तक भी मतलब you're still in the game. So let's wait for some IV spikes to happen or some gamma spikes to happen to take on some additional credit. If this low gets taken out, that is when I get some opportunity in the form of gamma to add on to the size, or else probably I'm not gonna get any opportunity whatsoever. If I don't get any opportunity, no problem, because कुछ भी opportunity नहीं मिला ना, so this itself will make me another 14 points here. So 14 points will equate to another 75k, almost like 0.7, 0.8%. Fair enough, good enough for me. So that's what it's about. So again, like an upthrust aa raha hai. So looks like this is a zone where the buyers are being activated, and so these markets are pretty unpredictable lately. But if one were to believe price action, this low should not be taken out for the rest of the day. And also probably February month का mentorship last week से शुरू होने वाला है. So if you guys haven't registered, check the description, and you can text the number or you can mail the team, so they'll get back with the relevant information. But rules जो है वो same रहने वाला है. So the limited seats होने वाला है, and if the seats get filled, so you will have to wait for the next batch. So there is no compromise about that. All right. Time is 3:06, and I've managed to give back pretty much all my gains. I mean, काफी ज़्यादा था भी नहीं gains, but the markets took a complete U-turn. So पूरा market, it went up till 140, 140 levels, and it broke the day's low. And when the day's low got breached, the puts kind of spiked. Use that spike to actually size up my position. So currently my position looks something like this. All my puts are at 18,000 and calls are spread across 18,100 and 18,150. So to speak of the puts are quite just a minute. Let me just hit this. Shit. All right, guys, time is 3:19, 19 minutes into the averaging, and pretty tough markets, pretty tough markets. Like last market was quite easy after averaging, but this market was little tough. I mean, I wouldn't say too tough because I got a little screwed over because of my own bias. So I was thinking कि ये जो level है, this wouldn't breach. So I kept shorting this 18050 puts. So 18050 puts में आप देख सकते हैं कि 1.28 lakhs loss हो गया है. So there, I took a huge hit. Apart from that, I think I did fairly well considering how the markets turned out. Because दो जगह पे मैंने size add किया and then दो जगह पे मैंने size reduce किया. So that worked out quite well. वरना आज लगने वाला था. I mean, so if anybody had entered at this point without understanding the concept of realized versus implied volatility, they would be down 10 to 12 points within the first 5 minutes. First 5-10 minutes ke andar, they would be down by 5 to 10 points. That's mainly because calls gained massively and puts had nothing to lose. So they would be almost down by 1.5%. But since I size small and then I made sure that I didn't take some massive risks, I didn't take a damage at all. So at one point I was down like minus 10k or something. That was the maximum negative that I went into. Apart from that, neither happy nor sad with how things went. So I'm okay. Like there's nothing that could be done with markets like this, because I'll show you this 18050 put options. Look at this, from 5 to 15 price, from again 5 to 30 6 times, from 60 back to almost ये 1 रुपी पे आया था and 1 से 15. तो यहाँ पे 3 times, यहाँ पे 6 times, यहाँ पे 15 times. तो आपको लग रहा होगा 1 से 15 तो it's just 14 points का move, but this 14 points का move is 15 times the option pricing. ठीक है. So it was not at all an easy day. Almost like 70k ऐसे बंद हो जाता है. Probably like I'll have another 1000 rupees, so probably 69-70k के आसपास बंद होता है. So neither happy nor sad, but on a day like this, getting out in green itself is a decent thing, because the pullbacks were pretty sharp and there was absolutely no premiums. Premiums कितना था? At 11 o'clock, the premiums were almost like 45 rupees, 50 rupees. So इस point पे 45 rupees premium trade कर रहा था. From here, from 1890 levels, we almost fell to 18050. That is यहाँ पे 50 points, यहाँ पे 50 points, फिर से 50 points and फिर से 30 points and then again 60 points. जितना short straddle premiums indicate करता है, उसका कम से कम 4 times समझ के चलो कि उतना realized wall तो आ ही रहा है आजकल. I hope you guys also had a decent expiry. तो weekend पे कुछ ना कुछ वीडियो बनाने के लिए ट्राई करेंगे अगर टाइम हुआ तो. एंड आपका एक्सपायरी कैसा गया, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, एंड आई विल सी यू गाइस इन माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो. टेक केयर, बाय बाय.